All right, this thing is actually super cool, at least the way my family and I use it. One of my favorite things is this frunk right here, where you got all this storage space, because what we'll actually do is take this to the park, and we live in a colder climate where sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it gets windy, so we'll put extra jackets and gloves in there, as well as if I bring the dog, I'll bring like a Frisbee or something, but it's just nice that I don't have to carry any of that. The other reason it's really nice is we live about a half-mile away from our neighborhood park, and when we used to go to the park, it was always a journey getting there because, you know, if one kid wants to ride the bike, the other one wants to walk, it just can be a hassle. But this is great because they love taking it, and they actually just drive that and I can just walk instead of having to carry them or something like that. And this actually has 2 speeds, a slow speed, which is a pretty slow walk, definitely slower than normal, but then it also has a fast speed, which is actually really nice fast walk. I would say it's just a little bit faster than my normal pace, but it's perfect because they're not always going full blast, and if you go uphill, go a little bit slower, but usually I can walk my dog, they're cruising in this, and it's just enjoyable to get to the park. I was also really surprised that it can make it all the way to the park and back. That's over a mile, and it could go a lot further. I haven't pushed it to the limit, but another really cool thing is on the radio, it's always displaying what the voltage is of the 12-volt battery. So when it's fully charged, it's gonna be around like 13 and a half volts. And as it gets depleted, it's gonna go down to like 11 to 10 volts. So it gives you like a fuel gauge so you know, oh, did I forget to charge it? And I'm not gonna go much further once it gets down to like 10 and a half volts. I know it's gonna be getting low and close to out of juice. But like I said, 2 kids, fully loaded up, Frisbees, waters, coats in the front, goes over a mile, no problem. This thing actually is pretty durable because we've gone over, you know, snow, rocks. I would keep it on asphalt or the sidewalk as much as possible, but I'll show you these wheels here actually have some rubber treads. So they do grip. Every once in a while they'll get stuck on ice or something. I just have to give them a little nudge. It's cool that they've got forward and reverse. It's just a little dial you click up and down. It's just nice when something happens, they go too far, they can throw it in reverse and try again. My kid's favorite thing is you can actually connect your phone via Bluetooth to the radio and it will play.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Through the radio. So they're always like, hey, can we put on some music? And you know, they're driving, listening to some kids' music. They're just having a blast in their convertible Land Rover. Even the lights work. There's a little button for the lights. I typically keep them off just because I want to conserve battery power, but it's just cool that they work. They've got a horn. They got another button to rev it up. They've even got controls for the radio where they can pause it, skip to the next song, or go back to the previous song. These doors actually open, which helps them crawl in and out. It has safety straps for each seat. And another great cool thing is it actually comes with a remote. So if your child isn't old enough to do this on their own, you can do it and they can still have fun sitting in there. You can also use it as a safety if you're worried about them, you know, bumping into something. You can override it and control it with the remote. So the biggest downside I would say about this, and something to be aware of, is it takes up a good amount of room. So if you're thinking about purchasing this, I would think about, hey, where are we gonna store this? Do we want a toy that's this big because it takes up room? But I can tell you, at least for my family and my kids, recently it's been their favorite toy. And I actually like it. Like I said, I enjoy going to the park where I can walk the dog. It can be just me and I can take both my kids there because they're sitting in the car, and just previously, like, one wants to take the scooter, one wants to ride the bike, and it's just like kind of too much going on for me to even think about taking the dog.